So I have some questions for you. Why do you say we didn't do our jobs?
I asked for certain things. Y'all didn't deliver.
Oh, no, honey. I got receipts.
Receipts?
You said 5 things, and now one of them was a cowboy. I remember loyalty.
Where was that?
You didn't even give him a chance. Remember?
Listen, I am doing the best I can to answer your questions to the ability that I have. I got my spray tan on, and I got my shiny shoes, and I don't want to waste this opportunity. So please, stop attacking me.
Who's worse? Her or Lindsay? Ew.
Y'all ready to talk about it?
You want to talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome. My name is Igor, and this beautiful lady rocking her amazing red headscarf, holding our beautiful baby boy down here chilling.
Not beautiful, handsome.
Handsome baby boy right here goes by the name of India. And together we review shows on this channel such as Married at First Sight, Season 14, Boston Edition. Now, if you can't watch this show from start to finish because it is draining and boring, watch us. Because we will bring you comedy, we'll give you only the points that matter. And yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. And let's have a conversation about this insane season, or conclusion to this insane season. Let's get started with today's episode, Reunion Part 2.
So today we're going to do things a little differently. Instead of going couple by couple, we'll do more like scene or segment by segment. So the first segment had all the ladies.
All the single ladies.
No, they're not all single.
A couple.
Just Jasmina and Lindsay.
Jasmina.
Oh, and Alyssa.
Jasmina gonna stay single.
Damn, that's messed up. So we didn't really learn much from that session except for the girls really ride for Alyssa. And
why though?
I don't know. Why do you guys think that? And also Lindsay.
He don't agree. He said don't ride for her.
And also Lindsay got caught in a lie saying that Jasmina got loud one time and she was taking her to the airport, and Noi was like, no, she didn't.
Lindsay, I don't know about you, but I don't think Jasmina has the capacity to get loud. I think once it reaches a certain level, her ears blow up. I just don't think she can take it. Yeah,
and she wanted to clear that up real fast. So that's the only thing we learned from that segment. And then they brought up again Steve's job. Like, come on. They're like trying to squeeze every drop out of it.
Yeah, and literally all the ladies were like, we're totally okay with it. We don't judge him based on it. You know, if he has the money and the means to go on a 3-month or however long road trip, jobless, and it's not going on a credit card, my dude has no debt, then leave him alone.
I know.
Yeah, everything's fine. And Lindsay was the only one who, so witty, doesn't even know what's going on anymore, goes around and says, oh yeah, well, I still think he should have a job. I think Noi's been over that conversation years ago, and you still bringing it up. Come on, Lindsay, get with the program, girl.
And then the next segment was all the guys, and they all were supportive of Mark. And pretty much we learned from Mark that Lindsay spit on him. That's nasty. That's like the lowest thing you could do to a person.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Last season I was saying, you know, it's
last
episode I was saying that, you know, it's Mark's fault for doing this to himself, and I still stand by that. But we did not know the extent to which she has been harassing him, bullying him, and just doing disgusting things behind his back and to his face. It was just too much. My girl spit on him. I mean, she says, you know, I was just talking and spit came out.
She did that intentionally.
But if you watch this episode from start to finish, which I know y'all probably aren't, but anyway, you can see that Lindsay's credibility starts to go down. So I don't know, guys. It's looking like Mark is right and she a liar.
Yep. The only other thing we learned from their segment, right, is that the guys feel that Mike could have been less in his head and more in the moment and relaxed. That's all the men talked about.
Do you think that's any good advice? Like, I know I kind of said he always in his head, but I don't think Jasmina would have cared.
No, she didn't like him.
I think she saw him, didn't like the way he looked, and that's it. Was done, made her decision. Because even if he was in the moment, there is no moment. There never was a moment. She never tried to create one. So I don't think that's good advice.
I told you from the way she was acting at the altar, all goofy and funny. Like, if you like a guy, she'd have been a little bit more nervous, a little bit more coy, a little bit more like trying to be sexy. She started with the friend vibe at the altar. So
from the very beginning, let's joke and laugh.
Yeah. So then we have the segment with the experts.
Yeah.
And Kevin Frazier brings up the bombshell that Dr. Peppers, as Olajuwon calls her, lives separately from her man, and they go do sleepovers.
And the key here, and I don't know if Noi's watching, but the key here is, look, when you're in a new marriage, y'all should definitely be living in the same place. unless for some very strange reason you guys live next door to each other and you could just visit each other every day. But even still, I would say y'all should live together because you need to learn how everyone operates. You know, what you learn in 8 weeks is very, very nice, but have you lived with the person without the cameras? Have you adjusted to them adjusting to you? You're both constantly adjusting to each other, and you can't physically do that if you're not in the same space. So I know Dr. Pepper says it works for her, but again, she's been married, had her kids.
Old.
Yeah, she's good.
And you know how old people get set in their ways.
Yeah.
They don't like to be bothered, change stuff.
Yeah.
She didn't want to have to learn where to put her drawers.
No, yeah, I don't even want to think about that. But anyway, that don't work. So I don't know. Listen, kudos to Steve for trying to find a way to make it work. He said that they're together 6 days out the week. 1 day out the week, Noi's doing her own thing.
And he's playing with LED lights.
He's playing with his LED lights. And get down.
Okay, next, we see that the experts sit down with the couples that didn't make it. Mm-hmm. So we could talk about when they sat down with Alyssa and Chris.
Mm-hmm. You know they wanted that. They've wanted that more than they wanted to roast Olajuwon that time at the volleyball. They've been waiting. She's been doing so much crap talking about them. They have been waiting for the moment to get her back into the studio. And they did. And let's talk about what happened.
But I don't feel like the other two really went in on her. It was just Dr. Viviana who was really speaking truth and saying, you know what are you talking about? She had her phone ready. She had all of the questionnaire responses up. And Alyssa, of course, went to the crying mode because she wanted to be a victim.
Mm-hmm. I think Pastor Cal, I feel like he tried to be neutral about it. Yeah. But you can tell he wasn't neutral because in the back he's just like, oh my God, this lying heifer. And then Dr. Peppers, she was just trying Dr. Pepper, she was just trying to just be like, all right, listen, what happened, but moving forward, we hope that you can narrow down your criteria. Narrow down, it's as narrow as it can get.
Cowboy.
Girl said, just give me a cowboy. That's it.
Yes, so that's it for those people.
Yeah, Dr. Viviana was like, prove it.
She was ready to go to war.
Prove it.
So the next couple they sat down with. Yeah. I don't remember if it was in this correct order, but Jasmina and Mike, they sat down with them too. Mm-hmm. So pretty much the experts were kind of like leaning into maybe they could get back together. No.
Y'all failed. That's it. I mean, they can argue we didn't fail. You know, we looked at the paper. We saw how good they are together, blah, blah, blah. We didn't fail nothing. It was their job to make it work. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's kind of like this. You can't actually predict everything. You know, somebody might look really good on paper. Somebody else might also look really, really good on paper. And even in person, they might look really nice and they interact with you very nice. But everybody builds their own unique relationships with the next person. Mm-hmm. All right? And so when they got together, their relationship didn't mesh. Their personalities didn't mesh. You can't make everything work. And they're just like, think about it. No,
from that, we can tell from that cockamamie argument they had, they just were looking for a reason to break up. They're boring. She was playing games. He was in his head. I think he really liked her, but he gave up at some point. I don't care who texts who didn't say good morning, who didn't say good night, who went to someone's house. It was just a train wreck. Yeah, and the whole thing is this. Jasmina is like, yo, I be texting him. Who's the one who texts you? Me. I have the receipts. Who's been texting? Okay, fine. But if we actually go through the season, who's the one who's been taking you out on dates? Who's the one who's been planning all these things? The experts, the producers. Yeah, probably the producers. I don't think Mike I don't know. We don't know if he did or he didn't. But anyway, my whole point here is Jasmina is holding tight to these text messages she's sending. Whatever. And I know you're used to these long distance relationships and you think texting somebody, you sending somebody pictures of yourself, you know, that's long distance relationship. But girl, everything doesn't have to be a long distance relationship. It doesn't. And all the man wanted was some affection. If you had given him just a little bit, just a taste of affection, who knows what that relationship could have been. But you didn't want it. So can't make it if it ain't gonna happen. Next they sat down with Mark and Lindsay. That was terrible. Oh my God. Lindsay was ready to go off. And I really liked how Dr. Viviana was like, another blow. And Pastor Cal was kind of like, oh, let her speak. No. She has broken this man down all season. Dr. Viviana probably watched more than Pastor Cal because Pastor Cal always like he's a nap away. He looked like he's tired. He sleep. He watched 5 minutes, he fall asleep. And it was just really irritating to watch. Like her lack of accountability was nauseating. It really just comes down to that.
So Mark and Lindsay's problem with this whole entire thing is she is essentially set in her own ways, and he is essentially set in his ways. He has his own trauma. He does not like confrontation. She don't care. If she don't get her way, all you get is confrontation. From the beginning, they did not respect one another.
True.
That's from the very beginning, because he wanted his own thing. She wanted her own thing. That's it. So how can you make these two people work? One of them, or both of them, at some point in time, has to be able to say, okay, you know what? Let's go do things your way. And, you know, maybe Mark tried a little bit by trying out the food and trying to be a little bit more healthy. But what did Lindsay do?
I don't know. And then the last segment, we see all of the couples and non-couples sit back down together, the entire group, and they try to like really cajole an apology out of Lindsay, and it's just like irks her soul. You can tell how difficult it is for her to try to apologize to him, and she's like saying buds and saying, well, you know, Mark, and just the way she's looking, it was not sincere. And Olajuwon was trying to give her out like, yo, you're on national TV, try to clean up your image, and she just couldn't catch the hint.
Nope. I don't think Mark cared at all. He sat there, he was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I would be too. I'm over this lady.
I'm good.
I'm just here for my paycheck now.
And, you know, Steve knows that he's not good. Steve knows that this girl spit on him. Steve knows this guy is like traumatized by, he's traumatized by this girl. And he wants the apology she's gonna get. But even if she apologizes, we can see that even if she does say it, after everybody has told her to say it, she's not really saying it because she means it. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. So at the end of this, we leave you guys with one question. Who was the true villain of this season? Was it really Alyssa? Did Jasmina beat her and take her place?
Or was it Lindsay?
Or was it secretly Lindsay? Because all she did was lie and agitate everybody this entire season. Who do you think was the #1 villain on season 14 Boston edition of Married at First Sight? Please let us know in the comments. We would be dying to hear what you got to say. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. We really truly appreciate you. Every minute counts for YouTube. And every time you like and share and subscribe, YouTube then knows that we are awesome and funny, and they should share it with your grandparents and your family to make them laugh and enjoy Married at First Sight a little bit more. So if we did that for you, thank you so much, and we will see you in... Where Are They Now?
I don't know.
We might see you on Where Are They Now? All right, it's been real.
Bye guys.